All right, you guys, I found this really cool park in Chiang Mai. Now they're fixing it so it's not done, but I'll show you what's cool about it. It has all these really neat, intricate walkways that connect to these lofty areas that have different levels that connect up to other high, lofty areas. And then they have these big circular fans to blow on you. And I just think it's a really cool park.
Hey, Vern.
Hey! All right, so I just got off the trusty steed and we're gonna walk up these stairways. A lot of these stairways connect to second story levels that go up to these lofts, which is really unusual. Never seen anything like it. So look at these different levels. And here are the fans over here. They have more fans over here. Those are expensive fans too. Look at that. We can just climb all the way up here to the different levels and just kind of hang out. What a cool idea. It's like a modern version of a skeletal treehouse. Very cool, huh? So you got this level here to hang out. Maybe they'll have tables and chairs. They get it going. There's for the people who don't like to have heights. Let's go up and have a little chat today. Chat about Chiang Mai. All right, up we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. It's the first time I've been up here, you guys. I see all the different levels. All right, let's go to the top level. Look at that. You got a nice view of the mountain in the backdrop. Let's check that out. Check out our view. Very nice. I can kind of see where we're at now. Get a feel for the park. Get a feel for the mountain in the backdrop. I believe Doi Satep is on that mountain up there, kind of in the middle. So I was thinking today, what would be of value to you guys? And I thought if I was wanting to come to Thailand, I'd like to know a little bit about how things are now before I invested the money to come out. Now, if you wanted to come to, say, Chiang Mai, it's a cool city. Very laid back. I've enjoyed my time just kicking back, not doing a whole lot, but just kind of working, focusing. The vibe is very slow. It's not a very rushed city. It's a good place to relax. Is there a lot to do? You could find enough to do for a couple of weeks if you worked at it and kept busy. Yes. If you plan to just like open up your hotel door and have tons of things to do within your immediate area for 2 weeks, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to get out and look for those things. Hire the drivers, do some work to get to places that are open. But in my honest opinion, it's worth it because these sites are not packed with people. You don't have to wait. You can take your photos and do all your things that you need to do that you would normally do that maybe a lot of people might take away from that experience. I think this is a good place to buy time. I think this is a good place to experience. I'm not sure if I'll stay in Chiang Mai. I may go up to Pai. I may go up to some of the other places and kind of bop around a little bit until I know what's going to happen. And then if I know what's going to happen, I may head toward Bangkok to the airport area and kind of wait it out and shoot out of there from there. So that's kind of the thoughts. When you have a lot of luggage, they kind of ding you pretty hard going through the airports when you have to travel on hopper flights and stuff. So I kind of just like one more big flight or take the train. Then they don't hassle you on the baggage. It's not a big deal. So something to think about. I'm thinking of just staying in Thailand, waiting out, and when Philippines opens, I'm gone. People in my hostel are coughing and sneezing. If you look in the distance and you look at that mountain, see how gray that is? That could be from smoke. I guess they burn and slash the crops this time of year and get it ready for the next season. And if that's the case, the air quality will get bad. And it looks pretty bad by the mountain. It doesn't look too bad right here. I can't really smell the smoke right now, but be aware it could be getting to be that season. And people say that if it starts to get really smoky in Chiang Mai, go somewhere else. So that's not really a fun thing, but other people are saying, no, it's overblown. I've lived here for a while and it's not that big a deal. So I can't say either way. Things are real cheap here. I can't complain on the prices. The hostel, $3 a bed for a night. Food, you can eat food for maybe under $1, $2 if you want a little bit better meal. If you want a really good meal, $5-6 if you want an expat meal. Could be $8 to $10 for like a steak meal or something, or more if you want a really high-end expat meal, foreigner meal. So you can get just about anything. And one of the foreigners told me that one of the reasons he liked Thailand is that you can find anything. You can find all the different foods that maybe you'd have a harder time finding in some of the other countries. I've seen just about everything here. Everything from Indian to American to Italian. I'm trying to think of all the different things that I've seen. I've even seen Filipino places. So yeah, you can find just about anything in Thailand, I believe. All right, this is kind of interesting. This end goes to a spiral staircase, if you're into that kind of thing. Round, round, get around, I get around, I get around, ooh, I get around, I get around. Out of town, I'm a real cool head. The Thais really love these trees. A lot of times you'll see ribbons and things wrapped around them. Got some water features here, very nice. Like I say, I'm sure that they're making this right now. It's kind of cool, it comes down to here. Oh, I'd love to have a little pond again. I used to have a big pond in Oregon. It was 1/8 of an acre. That was a fun thing. I really miss that. Hey, look at that big old table here, huh? That's kind of cool. So as a first-time traveler, would I recommend somebody to come to Thailand now? And I'd say yes. Yes. Anytime you can experience something different than what you're used to, it's of a big value. Now, if you want everything ready to go and you don't want to have to hunt and source for places and things to have as your itinerary, then maybe a different time would be better. But if you have a little bit of a wandering spirit and you don't mind putting in a little bit of effort to source up places to go, things to do, then why not now, right? Now, if you had been here before and you expected things to be just how they were before you left or a year or two ago, well, that ain't the Thailand right now. No way. And it may be maybe a year or two or more before that happens, because everything is pretty slow. It's just slow. I can't whitewash it. I can't overstate it as exciting as it was. No, it's not. And that's not the Thailand that we have now. So, but what place is the way it used to be? Nothing really, right? Maybe some of the places that didn't hard lockdown, like maybe in Turkey, maybe in Serbia, maybe those places did better because they never shut down as hard as some of the other places did. But Asia, they just freaking screwed the door shut and said, no, we're shutting it down. And boy, there's going to be a massive price. There's going to be a massive price to pay for being closed as long as they did. It's just, there's no way around it. No way around it. And it's going to be a bit of a recovery struggle to get things going again. Now, the slower they open things up, the worse it's going to be. They have to like do a rapid opening. Otherwise, it's going to be a nasty, nasty, long process. But as a wanderlust traveler, you can always find stuff to do. There's always places to go, always things to find that are interesting any time of the season. You have to remember, I left in September of 2020 in the heart of everything, and I still found enough to do, enough things to enjoy to make it worth the value to me. And I went to places that I never would have gone to, and I have amazing footage that might not be available to people for many, many years later down the road as things start to get busy again. So we're basically at the bottom, and things are going to start to go back up. So I think we're at a good place, and I think it's just got to go up from here, you guys. All right, I'm at an expat bar in Chiang Mai called Mad Dog, and I'm about to have a really nice treat. This is something, I'm trying to think how long it's been since I've had this. Maybe 5 years, 7 years. This looks incredible, you guys. Look at this. This is apple pie with 2 scoops of ice cream. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Is that like amazing or what? Ooh-wee. I'm gonna like this.